Welcome to On This Day in Tudor History with me, Claire Ridgway. Now today I'm taking you back to the reign of Queen Mary I. For on this day in Tudor history, the 16th of July 1557, 41-year-old Anne of Cleves, fourth wife of King Henry VIII, died at her home, Chelsea Old Manor. Anne had been ill for a few months, but by the 12th of July she was bedridden and drafting her will. Her biographer Elizabeth Norton writes of how her will demonstrates her kindness and the fondness which she felt for her household, because she left money to her ladies, gentlemen, yeomen, grooms and the children of the house, listing every member of her household by name, and also asked her stepdaughter Mary I to make sure that the rents received from her lands at Michaelmas would be used to meet the expenses of her household. Anne also bequeathed jewellery to her family, a ring to Catherine Brandon, Duchess of Suffolk, another ring to the Countess of Arundel, and jewels to her stepdaughters Mary and Elizabeth. In recompense for these jewels, she asked Mary to make sure that her servants were rewarded for their long service to her, and asked Elizabeth to take one of her maids into service. On the same day that she died, Anne's body was embalmed and placed in a coffin, covered with a cloth bearing her arms. Tapers were lit around the coffin and prayers said on a daily basis. On the 3rd of August, according to diarist Henry Machin, her coffin was moved from Chelsea to Westminster in preparation for her burial the next day. Machin records, "The 3rd day of August, my Lady Anne of Cleves, sometime wife unto King Henry VIII, came from Chelsea to be buried unto Westminster, with all the children of Westminster, and many priests and clerks, and then the grey amice of Paul's, and 3 crosses, and the monks of Westminster. And my Lord Bishop of London, and my Lord Abbot of Westminster rode together. Next the monks, and then the 2 executors, Sir Edmund Peckham and Sir Robert Freston, cofferer to the Queen of England. And then my Lord Admiral, my Lord Darcy of Essex, and many knights and gentlemen, and afore her servants, and after her banner of arms, and then her gentlemen and her head officers, and then her chariot with 8 banners of arms of divers arms, and 4 banners of images of white taffeta wrought with fine gold and her arms, and so by St. James, and so to Charing Cross, with 100 torches burning, her servants bearing them, and the 12 bedmen of Westminster had new black gowns, and they had 12 torches burning and 4 white branches with arms. And then ladies and gentlewomen all in black, and horses, and 8 heralds of arms in black, and their horses, and arms set about the hearse behind and before, and 4 heralds bearing the 4 white banners. And at the church door all did alight, and there did receive the good lady, my Lord of London and my Lord Abbot, in their mitres and copes, censing her, and their men did bear her with a canopy of black velvet, with 4 black staffs, and so brought into the hearse, and there tarried dirge, and so there all night with light burning." Then, on the 4th of August, there was a requiem mass for Anne, with a godly sermon by the Lord Abbot of Westminster. Then, on the 4th of August, there was a requiem mass for Anne, with a godly sermon by the Lord Abbot of Westminster. Her coffin was then taken to her tomb, and her body interred with a cloth of gold laid over her. Then her head officers broke their staves, and her ushers broke their rods and cast them into her tomb. After another mass, there was a dinner led by the chief mourner, Elizabeth, Marchioness of Winchester, the Lord Admiral and Lord Darcy. Anne of Cleves is the only one of King Henry VIII's wives to be buried at Westminster Abbey, and her tomb is on the south side of the high altar. It is decorated with carvings of a crown and her initials AC, skulls and crossbones, and a lion's head. Also on this day in Tudor history, the 16th of July 1546, in the reign of King Henry VIII, Protestant martyrs Anne Askew, John Lascelles, John Adams and Nicholas Belenion were burnt at the stake at Smithfield in London for heresy. Poor Anne had been illegally racked, so special provision had to be made for her execution. And you can find out more about their executions in last year's video, which I'll give you a link to in the description. Thank you for joining me. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking round about there. You can hit the bell to be notified as these videos go live, and you can give me a like and leave me a comment. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye bye.